What do we have here? We have another Raintree package. Hey Freya! So this is the second to last box that I've purchased recently from Raintree. And this should have 4 fruit trees inside. Oh my goodness! Freya's already found her way inside the box. The top must have come off. Freya! Alright, let's go ahead and yeah. Let's open it. So let's find the side seam. Let's see. Yeah, this box is a little battered. You can see there's a hole right here. All right, here's the seam of the box. So essentially, I got the mini royal cherry tree. I also got a gold kissed apricot. We got a galaxy peach, and then another cherry tree that I cannot remember, but we'll find out soon enough. So let's go ahead and get this box open. I'm so excited. I love plant mail. You know, houseplants were my gateway drug to gardening. So once I was happy and satisfied with my houseplant collection, I decided to start getting into other things, such as fruit trees. And then fruit trees has led me back to vegetable gardening. So I'm trying my hand at that. All right. So now we just pull to open the package. And there we have it. All right. Whew, and everything is bagged together. So I'll try to open it inside so that way we can look at each tree. This might get a little messy though. All right, with my jaws of life. Hello, Cloud. Hi, baby. Here's our Cloud. She's a big floof. We're trying to control her weight. She's a big cat, but she just eats a lot. She's always been a tall girl, though, even as a kitten. She was the biggest one out of the litter. Haven't you been? You're just a tall girl. You're a big lady. All right. So everything was wrapped up in that plastic, and then it looks like they went in with some plastic wrap as well. Ooh, this is messy. Okay. Take these out. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ooh, good thing I have the box right here. Kind of catch everything as it falls. What a mess. Okay. And then everything is tied here at the bottom. So we'll just cut that to allow the trees to become free. Oh, and then they're also tied at the top. So let's just cut real quick. All right. Woo! So I want to look at each tree a little bit individually. So let's start with what's on the right. In this hand right here, I have the Galaxy Peach. It is a dwarf tree, and wow, look at that structure. It looks so good. This Galaxy Peach has some thick roots at the bottom. Very nice. All right, I'll place that down gently. What do we have here? This is the gold kissed apricot. Now this one was supposed to be a smaller tree. I believe this was supposed to be the 2 to 3 foot tree. It's definitely a lot taller than I anticipated. So that is a nice surprise. And yeah, not bad. Decent structure. Honestly, we'll see if I still want to hard prune it depending. That's about like 2 feet though. It's usually where I prune my trees. So the gold kissed apricot, my first and only apricot tree. Other than that, I have a ton of apriums. All right, let's see what's next. Right here, this is the mini royal cherry tree. So all of these except the apricot are 4 to 5 foot tall bare root trees. And this has an amazing root structure. The branching is a little bit higher than I would like. I'll probably hard prune the top off, but very nice tree. I'm very happy with everything, honestly. All right, last but not least, the one that I forgot. So we have the mini royal, and we also have the Royal Lee crimson, or not crimson, the Royal Lee cherry tree. And this was on top of the Royal Crimson that I got the last time. So yeah, I'm getting a bunch of cherries in. So this one's just 1 central liter, but once again, decent root structure. Oh my god! And here are all the trees! Let's get them planted. They need to go into their homes. All right. Oh, careful, Freya. Careful. So to give some background, going with the apricot first, I got the gold kissed variety.
Hello, Cloud.
And this should produce in July. This arrived as a 4 to 5 foot bare root tree from Raintree Nursery. Now this one is self-fertile and it only requires 300 chill hours, so it's perfect for my zone. And I paid approximately $70 for this variety. Moving on to the cherries, starting with the mini royal. This will also produce in July. Basically, the first 3 all produced in July. Same thing, 4 to 5 foot bare root tree. And then this one requires 200 to 300 chill hours. Now, this one is not self-fertile, but it will basically pollinate with other trees that will flower at the same time. And I paid $60 for that. Then the other cherry tree, the Royal Lee, also a July variety. And this one does require slightly more chill hours, 400 to 500, so it is slightly outside of my zone, but it should do okay. We'll see over time. This one is also not self-fertile, but, you know, again, it'll be flowering around the same time as other varieties that I have, so it'll be fine. And I paid $60 for the Royal Lee. And then I added yet another peach tree. I'm really set on getting white peaches. So again, another July variety. I guess this whole haul will produce in July. Again, 4 to 5 foot tree. And this one will require 300 to 400 chill hours. And it is self-fertile. And it only cost me $60. Now, I'm probably going a little bit crazy, especially on my cherry varieties. It's like, how many do I own now? Like 7 or 8? And I mean, am I crazy? Yes. Yes, I am. But especially when you're growing in containers, you have so much more flexibility to grow in a small space. So I have so many fruit trees now, and I mean, it's hard not to want to like grow them all. But I'm sure over time, you know, as I grow my fruit trees, I'll also figure out like what thrives and what does well and what doesn't. So my collection, you know, in the future might become a little bit more refined as I figure out what works and doesn't work the best. But also, not only that, I'm going to be adding even more. So my husband and I did a tasting of the Miami fruit box. So yeah, I mean, since I have basically the staples, like the basics, lemon, lime, mango, peaches, nectarines, cherries, etc., I'm starting to get interested in tropical and exotic fruit trees. I have mentioned this before. So yeah, I mean, like that's where my interest is going. After tasting the box, and this is from miamifruit.com. You can also order one online, and our video is also on my channel if you want to check that out. But it definitely, after tasting the box, it gave me so much inspiration. And I mean, the biggest thing that I always ask myself is why not? Why not? Why not try it? You know, it's so fun to see what else I can do or what else I can grow. Now for the tropical trees, I'll probably have to do like a makeshift greenhouse or bring them inside since they can't tolerate the cold very well. But as for these cherries, these can sit pretty outside. Cherries have a very, very amazing cold tolerance. They can go down to even like the -10s apparently, some of the varieties. So yeah, they should just do just fine sitting where they are. Now, there's not a lot of apricots that are really rated well for my zone, so I just decided to go for a singular one, the Gold Kissed, and then the other ones I have are apriums. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the new plants, starting with the apricot here. Again, this is the Gold Kiss Semi-Dwarf. It's a little bit like wonky looking, but I am going to be pruning all of these trees today. But yeah, I mean, not bad at all. It looks kind of like a pitchfork. Pretty funny looking, but I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with everything that came from this order. Here's the Galaxy Peach, also a dwarf variety. You know, I'm growing everything in containers. That's how I have so many fruit trees. Now, I was really impressed with the structure of this tree, but for my purposes of growing in my backyard garden, I will be pruning this as well, taking all of that off. And then the mini royal is here. So since like they're still dormant, a lot of the tree's energy is still in the roots. So it's the perfect time to prune them before they start to fully wake up like my other plants. So I'm not too worried about pruning them right now since they are coming out of dormancy. And then here's the Royal Lee cherry. I have so many cherries now, it's ridiculous. And this one's just like a singular twig going all the way to 4 to 5 foot, but you know, whatever. I will be pruning that as well. So yeah, I mean, even more fruit trees. Oh gosh, it's getting pretty crowded over here. So let's go ahead and get these trees pruned. So I go for about a knee-high prune using backyard orchard cultured methods. You've probably heard this a lot if you've been following me on my channel. But basically I was inspired by this book called Grow a Little Fruit Tree by Anne Ralph. So if you're curious about how to grow small trees too, give that a read. Dave Wilson is also a really well-known source into growing small trees as well. I mean, honestly, growing things in containers and pruning and shaping them feels like a massive life hack. You can fit so many more varieties into such a small space, and I love showing that it can be done. So that means you can do it too. Yes, fruit trees can be grown in containers. I would have never known that just even like 5 years ago, so pretty cool stuff. So there we have it. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as for you, don't forget, go plant a tree. Maybe like 60 of them. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.